Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to make these little corner notes. This is what I made and put in that album that I did the flip through of last week. And I had a lot of people who asked me would I show how to do this. Now these are not my idea. This was originally, made by Natasha from Treasure Books. That's the name of her channel, and I will put her video down below. But I just saw these on her channel and I thought they were so cute. You just put them in the corner. Let's see if I can, let's pretend this is our page, a journal page. You just put them in the corner like that, and then you've got a little flip up and you can write notes and things in there. So it's just another little addition to your journals. And then you can make them either way. You can make them where they go over on this side and flip that way. You can make it where it goes that way and flips up. I mean, there's just lots of different ways that you can make them. You can even put them down at the bottom of a page like that, like I did on that album. And then this one I have closed with a little Velcro dot. I just put a little Velcro dot on there because this is a thicker cardstock. So if you wanted to put that one like that, then you could put it there in that corner, and then it would just open up with a little Velcro dot. So it stays closed when your album is closed up. Now, the reason I put Velcro dots on some of these is because the paper's a lot thicker. When the paper is thin like this book page, you don't have to put anything on them. They stay closed pretty well. And I have just done some different collaging on the front, just some little clusters. I drug out some old lace, old trims, just whatever you have in your stash, those little pieces, pull those out, and that's what you're going to use. Now, I go ahead, when I start this, I'm going to show you just a little pile of things that I've got going here. I just go ahead and pull out lots of different things. I've got all kinds of goodies here. And then I go ahead and I cut some papers, just scrap paper, just in squares. So this is a good way to use up your scrap papers. So I just cut these in different squares. Some of them are 4 inches, some of them are 3, some of them are 2.5. It doesn't matter, just whatever size you want to cut. I just used the scrap paper I had and then I just adjusted my size, but it does need to be a square. All right, let's move this off to the side. Then we'll get started on more of these. Now you can also use book pages. So if you're going to use a book page and you want the writing to be a certain way up, you might want to just, kind of adjust to that. It doesn't matter with me because I usually put clusters on the front of it anyway, but if you want one over here on this side, then that would be my writing the right way up. But it's just whichever way you want it. Like I said, I don't mind which way it goes. Now I go ahead and when I fold them up, if there's any, if one of them is a little bit bigger than the other one, then I make sure that I trim them off to the size that they need to be. Now, I think I want to make this one for a right hand tuck. So it would go over here on the right hand side of the page and it would flip up like this. So on the inside, I'm going to cover that because I want you to be able to journal in there. I don't think that paper's big enough. Let me grab another one. And this is just some of my, this is watercolor dyed paper. This is the metallic. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down on there. Now on this thin paper, I use a glue stick because if you don't, you can see the glue through it. Even though I hate it, a glue stick, I use it on this thin paper just to make sure that I get everything glued down well. And I need lots more of these for my journals, so we're just going to make a few. And then I just put it in the corner and take my credit card and press it down. Well, an old card. It's not necessarily a credit card. Let's see. There we go. So that's going to be my journal inside. And even though that's pretty bright, you'll still be able to write on there. And I do a variety of colors because you know, in my journals and things, they're all a variety of colors, so I don't necessarily do just plain colors, and I don't necessarily do a color based on what kind of journal I'm making, because I like to have these made ahead of time, and then I can just pull one out of my stash and it's ready to go in the journal. So there is that. Now, which way did we say we wanted to put it? This way, so we will decorate this top, because you're going to glue this back down, so you're not going to have to decorate that. So let's find some things to put on the top here. And there's where you just pull out and put whatever odds and ends you might have on here. I'm just going to use a little piece of this thin paper, and I think I'm just going to tear it around. And then, of course, I like to ink all of my stuff up. You don't have to ink yours up. That is just my preference. I like how it looks when it's inked and laid down on there. So that's going to be our bottom piece. Now let's see what we got. We may come back with one of these little tea cards and put that on there. I think I like that one right there. So this, let's see, these tea cards I think are from Shabby Dabby Doodah, Tina, and I will link her Etsy store below. I get these, I think these were actually a little freebie from her, I'm not sure, but I will link her store below and you can go over and check her out. And I kind of lay everything out on here before I start gluing it down, just so that I can take a look at it and see if that's what I want. And now I have pre-cut some butterflies and things. I'm not sure I'm going to put a butterfly on there, but I'll just kind of pre-cut some different things. I don't think on that one, I don't like the looks of those butterflies, and I don't have another one cut, I think. Let's see. See if one of these would look good. That's too yellow. That one would probably look okay. And that one kind of blends too much with that, so we don't want that one. I think I may just cut this one. I'll fussy cut it really quick. Let me look at this one. No, I like that one better. I like that one better. It's got a little bit of that brown in there. I'm going to fussy cut this really quick, and then we'll put it down. Okay, so there is that little butterfly. And you may want a little piece of trim of some kind. This is a very, very old vintage trim that I've had in my stash forever, and that's all that I have left of it. I think I'll cut a little piece of that and put down there. Right, and you know me, I love my vellum, so we're going to put a little piece of vellum across this way. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down. There we go, and then let's see, we'll put this little butterfly down there. And then just a tiny little piece of this trim. And I think I might actually just run it up like that right there. So there we go. There is a little cluster. And let's see if we want a piece of bling on there somewhere. Always better with bling, isn't it? See if the little gold. Yeah, the gold bling will look pretty. Oh, I might just use a little blue piece of bling here, since we've got a little bit of blue in that flower up there. And I'm just going to put it right there. We got some blue in here, so that'll kind of pull it together. So there's that little cluster. I'll lay that one over there. And let's grab another piece of paper. Let's just do this one. And I think this one is a 4x4. Now on this one, you could write on that back. You wouldn't have to put any kind of cover at all on here. Or you could just put another page on here and just glue it down the center and then have that like a little flip book. So let's just do that on this one. Let's cut a piece that is 4 by 4. Okay, so there's one, and I think I might go ahead and, let's see, let's do another one. We'll just put 2 pages inside there. There we go. Got 2 sheets, and then I'm just going to line them up, and then I'm going to fold them in the center, make a little triangle. And my tearing was a little bit off, so we're just going to even that up like that. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and fold this one. Okay. And looks like my cutting was a little off on this one, so we're going to trim that. That side looks good. So there is that, and then all we're going to do now is we're just going to glue these little pieces down in here, and I'm just going to glue right at the center. So I'm going to glue one into the other, and then I'll glue it in our little book, our little corner notebook. So I just put my glue right down the center, and then I'm just going to even those back up again. Okay. And then we're just going to put glue right down the center of this one. Press it down with the bone folder, and then I just fold it up and see if I need to trim off a little bit more of the paper. You can leave it if it's a little bit off if you want, but sometimes I just trim off just a tiny bit just to make it a little bit more even. Alright. So there we go, we've got that, and that's our, there's a little book. So you've got 4 pages in here. So you've got your little notebook there. And then you can put a piece of Velcro, or you could put a little brad through here. If you put a little brad through here, you could just take the brad out if you wanted to write on there. You could do lots of different closures. That's just up to you. I don't know what kind of closure I'll put on this one now. I may wait until I get ready to put it in my journal, and then I'll decide on my closure. Right now it's staying closed pretty good. So we're going to decide what we want to put on here. What kind of cluster we might like. I think I like that vellum, just kind of let it go around to the back side. So I'm just going to ink that up on the edge. So it'll look like an old book. And then we'll glue that down like that. And then we can let that just go around the edge like that. So let's glue that down. And I do use my art glitter glue under my vellum because it works great. It doesn't, once it is dry, it doesn't show through, anything like that. So if you just press it out really well, it doesn't show through. See? No glue showing. Alright, so that is down. And now what do we want to put on here? Let's see. I put one of our little tags here, our little words. I think I'll put just journal. So we've got enough room in this one to write. And I'll link these words down below. It comes with a full digital kit of some other items, so I'm going to put that right there. But then I do need something else on here, so let's see. Well, that butterfly's not bad, but it blends a little bit. That one I like. Let's just put that butterfly on there. And then what else? I know that paper has gold in it. We might put a few of these little gold beads on there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so let's put down our journal. And see, you can make tons of these with just your scraps and just scraps that are laying around on your desk. Everybody has got a little pile of stuff, I know. We all do. We don't want to throw it away, but we don't know what to do with it. Well, this is one good idea. So we'll put the little butterfly right there. And then, let's see, where do we want this? I think we might put that up through there, but I still feel like I need a little bit of something right in there. So let's see what else we have. We could do a little number there. This is one of Tina's numbers, labels. Where do we need it? Now I don't know where I need it. Let's see. That may be a little bit much with label. Okay, I think I'm going to put this down right there at the top of that label. And then this one, I'm just going to kind of tuck it in under the wing of that butterfly a little bit. That might be a little too many labels on this, but that's okay. It'll work. And then we have to have something, some kind of bling in the middle of this little guy right here. So we'll use just a few of these little pieces. There we go. So there is another one. And it's got two little notepads inside of it. So let's grab another piece. Let's do this one. This is a kind of vintage looking paper. And let me grab another. Grab some more of my tea dyed. This is actually coffee dyed and ink dyed paper. We'll put that on the back there. And on this one, I am going to use my glue stick because this is a thinner type paper. Just make sure if you use a glue stick that it's a permanent glue stick so that these little pockets don't come up. Okay, let's see, which way do we want this to fold? I think we'll fold it like this. And then we'll have that as a little tuck like that on that side. I'm going to take a little piece of this doily that we dyed. This has got some green in it. I'll probably put that down first. I'm going to trim this little T card out. Put it down there. It's got lots of green in it. I'm going to tell y'all, if I'm a little quiet today, it's because I am tired. My grandbabies spent the night with me last night. All of them. So, oh, I'm a little tired. Little tired. They did not want to go to sleep. They was up giggling, and so, well, I say all of them. The grandsons didn't. It's just the granddaughters did. So there was 4 of them. So they had a time. They had a lot of fun, but whew, Nene's tired today. Okay, now what are we going to put on here? Let's see. I had some little lace over here a minute ago. The hardest thing is in all of my little giblets is to find things that I want here. Oh, here it is. So this is just some vintage lace, and I'm just going to cut a piece off of here. Not with those scissors I want. We'll just cut a little piece. And then just put that down under there. And we need a butterfly, of course. I have to put butterflies on all of them. I don't know, I might not. Well, that one looks okay, I guess. Okay. So let's see what else. Okay, I think I'm going to start gluing down. I think I can always go back and adjust. I'm a little bit undecided about this one. But sometimes I'll go back to them even later when I start adding them to my journals. And I'll continue adding things on and adjusting them like they need to be to suit me. I'm just going to fold that around. I'm not going to cut it off, just fold it around. And then we will put just this little tiny piece of vellum down there. I'm just going to kind of turn it that way. Then we'll put the little T card down. And I like to put them at different levels. So we'll put that one up a little bit. And then I needed to put this lace up under that T-card. So let's put some glue down there. Run that across. Here we go. Alright. So that's looking good. I'm going to ink this just a little bit because he's a little bit white on the edges especially. And then we'll put him right there at the end of that. Just like that. And then of course he has to have a little bit of bling in the center, and I actually think I may put the black in there just to kind of bring some of the black out that's in this. So let's see. We put 3 or 4 little, I think 3 will work. 3 little pieces of bling in there. There we go. So that is another. Isn't that cute? Okay, which one will we use this time? Let's use... I have got tons cut out here, so I can keep going on this all day. Let's just use this little bird. I haven't made one with that yet. And then you can also use acetate. You can use acetate if you want to, and you can just cover the inside for your journaling, and then your acetate would show on the outside. Let's see if I have a piece of acetate that's already cut to the size. I don't think I do. Alright, let's try to cut a piece. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is almost 4. Now the only thing about the acetate is how you're going to glue it down, because a lot of the glues are going to show through. So see, this side is silver and then that side's gold. So let's see if we can make one and keep the glue from showing through on the front side. So just press it down. Once you press the acetate down and put a fold in it, it folds well. You don't have to worry about it popping up. Just going to trim it to fit because I just kind of roughly cut it. There we go. Okay, now to put our paper down, what we need to do is only put glue, a little bit of glue right at these little tips of these leaves, because if you put it anywhere else, it's going to show through. So let's hope that it won't show through on those little tips. But you need to put, you know, it on a lot of them. I don't know. We may have to sew this. I don't know if the glue is going to work. I've not made one like this, so this is the first. We'll see how it looks. This may need to be sewn around. Okay, let's go ahead and put it down on here. And I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to use my bone folder and press that glue in and see if that works. Well, it might work pretty good. I don't know. Let's see. Looks like I got a little bit coming up right there. And if you're going to put a lot of embellishments on this, you really don't have to worry about where you put the glue. It looks like mine's holding pretty good. I got a little bit right here that's I didn't get glue on. That's going to be the back side, so I can definitely glue that down well. Well, maybe that's, let's see, how are we going to put we're going to put it that way. So yeah, that's going to be the front. Well, it looks like it's glued pretty good. I need to trim right here. I think it glued together well. I think that worked. Alright, we need to put our embellishments down on the front right here. And what are we going to put? I kind of like that T-card. See if we have anything else under here that we might like a little bit better. Ooh, this flower's pretty, but I think it'd be a little bit big unless I fussy cut it, and I don't want to have to do that on camera with you guys. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to fussy cut around this real quick, and I'll just pause the video and come back because I think this flower's going to look really good on there. Okay, I think we're going to go with this. I cut the flower down quite a bit, and I may, let's see, I may go ahead and cut that little piece off too. It's just kind of hanging there. So we'll cut that off. Then we can kind of put the flower right there. And I've got this little image that I tore out of a paper collection. I think I'm going to put her right there, and then that part wrap around. And then we'll put this memories right across here. And then I'm not sure what else, so we'll decide on that. Let me start gluing down. Oh, I forgot to ink around this and I tore it. There we go. Alright, we'll put her about right there, and I just want to fold that around just like that, and then I'm just going to ink that. And then for the flower, we haven't really inked it, but I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on there just to finish off the corners or the edges, and then we'll just do a little bit of glue on the back. Okay, just wanted to turn it to keep that little bud from being over her face, and then I'm just going to trim off this excess right here like that, and then we'll put the memories right there at the bottom. And let's see, before I glue that down, I think I want a little piece of lace. And I think a little piece of this, the white lace. I'm just going with a real tiny little piece, and I think I'm going to put it in like this and have it sticking up. Alright, then we can glue all of this down, and I am not sure if this glue will hold on this acetate. It seems like it's going to, but I can always come back if it doesn't and put something else on there. Right now it seems to be holding fine, so we will kind of decide that at a later date. When I pull them back out, if it's turned loose, then I know I need to do something different. Now what do we want to put on there? I'm going to put a few little pieces of this bling right here at the end because it's the gold. Alright. Oh, that didn't stick very well. I think I've got more glue on my fingers than I do on the actual piece. I may have to put that down with hot glue, but that's just going to show you how it's going to look. And then of course on the inside we have the little notebook. That's cute, isn't it? I like that. So the green of the paper and everything shows through the acetate. I like it. Okay, we'll do one more. I'm going to do this one, and then that may be all that I do today. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired, so I'm going to try to get some rest, and then tomorrow I've got about 4 videos that I need to get up. And one of them I think is going to be very, very interesting to you, so you need to hang around for that one. Something that we've not done before, but we're going to attempt it tomorrow. Let's see, we're going to make this that way. This is just a scrap piece of paper that I had in my stash. I don't even know where this one come from, how old it is or anything, but we're going to use it up. Okay, now we've got our little birds upright. That was a miracle that that happened. Let's see what we're going to put on here. I think I may drag out some Tim Holtz little pieces and see if there's something in here, some little snippets that I can pull and use. All right, here's some little small pieces. We'll see what we got in here. That would pull that little bit of red off of those little birdies up there. There's something that says parcel post. So I like that so far. Let's see what else we got. I want a little label, but I don't want that red around it. See, no, that's a purple. We don't want purple. And I think that one's purple. Yeah, I think that. Okay, is this one blue or purple? It kind of sort of looks like a blue. I think I can ink it up and make it look a lot more like a blue. Alright, so let's ink these pieces up. Oh, I've got so much glue on my fingers from the glue stick. And this little piece. These little snippets are really good for this, and they're small. You can use them for a lot of this, and I do have them linked below, so you can go over and check those out. They're not really expensive for all that you get either. Okay, I think I want that down there. Tear that off. And I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing. I find that if I go ahead and start gluing, I don't fiddle with it as much, and usually it looks just as good as it would if I had fiddled with it for an hour and a half. Alright, let's drop that down a little bit, like that. Then I'm just going to put this little tag over here. And I don't even know what this says. Oh, we'll put that right there. And then I want this little parcel post up there at the top, since that kind of looks like a little postcard. I think I'll just bring it right to the edge. And then this little tag, we'll put it, where will we put it? Guess we'll put the little tag over there. And then I think I'll put a little number in it. Let's see, we don't want it centered. And let's grab a little tiny number. Oops, stuck to my finger. Okay, there we go. So that works. Let's see, I may want to put some little something else on there. I've got this little braided trim, and it's got a little yellow piece right in the center of it, and I'm going to cut that out. And I have no clue. I think this actually used to be, well, it used to have glue on the back side of it, but it doesn't have any on there now. Now to decide where I want it. Let's just run it right across the bottom like that. So I'm just going to run a little bead of glue. So we have some little yellow birds on here. There we go. And I feel like I've got odd numbers there. So let's see if we have something else we can put on there. I wish I had a little tiny bird, but I don't think I do. A little tiny bird would look cute. Well, I don't have a little tiny bird. I have a little tiny butterfly that we might could do. This is a clear sticker. Oh, I'm getting it off. There we go. There we go. That is cute. I like that. So that is that one. It's cute. I like it. All right. Okay guys, that is it for the tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll give this a try. These are really easy, and they use up a lot of your scraps and a lot of your little pieces of ephemera, but you can use them in all of your journals, your scrapbooks, any mini albums, anything like that. I've used them in all of my mini albums, my journals, all kinds of things. So I hope you give them a try. If you do, please share it over on our Facebook page. That link is directly below. And then, as always, the links to all of the products that we can find will be listed below. All you have to do is open up that description box by clicking Show More or the little arrow at the top right, and you'll be able to see all of our links to the items that we have used and to our stores and all that kind of thing. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.